Ding. All right. Well, here we are. It's a game show.
It's a Wednesday morning.
It is.
It's not Ash Wednesday.
You look really tired this morning.
You wear me out.
Finally. So, what are we doing? Because you told me this is my thing.
I said you were the Alex Trebek of the South, so that's an intro into what we're doing.
So we're going to do a game show?
A game show.
A game show.
A game show.
I feel like, we have a lot of fun. Why not have a little bit more fun from time to time? You said it just a couple minutes ago. We have the greatest job in the world.
We do.
Why not have some more fun with the greatest job in the world? Because you don't always have to be, what was it? Fact, regurgitated fact.
1, 2, 3 facts. 1, 2, 3 facts.
That
This
was
is
it.
really serious. Pay attention. You shall learn something today. Have some fun.
So we can learn and have fun.
Yes,
Then that's
we can.
the essence of
And
it.
ring the bells.
And they have smiley faces on them.
Wait a minute, my bell's not working. It's rigged. This election's been stolen. It's rigged. Charge of hell, me boys. See, we can begin.
We can do anything we want.
We can do anything we want. See?
Who watches this? Doesn't matter.
All right, I'm ready.
All
what
right.
are the questions?
You
what
are
if
ready.
you lose?
Are you going to fire me? So I'm fighting for my life here. Is really what this comes down to.
That'd be too easy.
Staff historian, I don't know if you can be that if you lose.
Will you be like John Pemberton or Robert E. Lee?
Well, they both lose in the end.
Yeah, but
One just loses a little bit less.
But Pemberton really throws like a man fit before he has to quit. He's like, I don't want to do this.
I prefer to take the Joe Johnston approach.
What, just run away?
Yeah,
I shall not surrender because you can't find me.
exactly. If I keep running, I never have to surrender. That's how it works.
All right,
So-
so introduce our off-camera host.
Our off-camera host is none other than historical interpreter and now chief editor for all of our language literature that we put out, Sheila Mulligan. Sheila, and we can even look at her. Oh, looky there. Applause.
She's like the Robin Quivers of the BOFT radio show.
Hey, listen, this show needs some estrogen. There's a whole lot of testosterone over there. We need to correct that just a little bit.
So, Sheila, tell us a little bit about how you prepared for the game show here.
Okay, so I reached out to my colleagues and I said, send me questions. Tell me something that these guys might not know or might just be fun to talk about. So some things are serious and some things are fun and some things are random. But it'll be a good time.
All right. Well,
You ready?
Get started? This could be really bad.
I'm ready.
So,
Yeah,
let's go.
I am afraid I might not get a single question right.
I'm afraid I will not get any right, and you will steal it all.
Yeah,
So,
there's a few of these that are pretty easy. All right, you ready? 6 Civil War soldiers went on to become president of the United States. Name them.
Repeat the question.
6 Civil War soldiers went on to become president of the United States.
I don't know 6 of them. Remember, no guessing or it's a
don't-
negative.
okay, well, I'm going to try. Well, the obvious one's Ulysses S. Grant. I mean, that's easy.
Yep.
William McKinley,
Yep.
because he's the last of them. James A. Garfield.
Yep.
Benjamin Harrison.
Yep.
Where are we at? That's
I
4.
know one
That's
that you
4.
haven't listed. There has to be a time on this, right?
Right?
Yeah,
That's it. I got 4.
-1.
Now he's going to get the 5.
Okay. So
Well, I think
it's-
you didn't say Rutherford B. Hayes.
I
Correct.
didn't, yeah.
Or McKinley.
I did
he
say
said
McKinley.
Chester A. Arthur. Is
Oh.
the
Chester, I
one.
didn't get Chester Arthur.
I don't know.
Okay.
He seemed a little big to be a soldier, but
Maybe he was smaller when he was younger.
maybe.
He just increased. in
Some people
inflated
increase
weight.
in size as they get older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Others shrink.
All right, so you're at
So
-1.
five of these guys came from the same state.
Ohio.
Nice. So you have now redeemed yourself.
So basically, we're where we started.
0-0. Perfect lead.
All right. How many states entered the Union during the Civil War? And what are they?
You rang the bell. You got to answer.
3.
Yes. And who are they?
West Virginia, Nevada, and I'm going to assume the third one, by this definition, has to be Kansas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. 1 point for Eric.
That was technically before the war, but it counts. No, I think Kansas was January 61. I don't think there were any shots fired.
Well, I'll have to look that
There's always that guy who has to be the smartest one in the room.
Whatever. We're going to count it unless you want to talk yourself out of getting your first point.
Oregon
That's
was
fine.
1859, right?
Do you want?
Oregon's right before.
Yeah, 59.
So you want to just have go back to 0 points?
No, I'm ahead.
We're
1 to
Okay, there we
nothing.
go.
Technicality.
It's Bull Run. You're Johnston.
Close
No,
enough.
wait a second. Johnson won that battle. I don't want to be McDowell. All right.
All right, next. The highest ranking officer killed in combat during the American Civil War remains the highest ranking American ever killed.
Albert Sidney Johnston.
Yeah.
I'm going to owe the trip to Shiloh
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah. What was the name of the horse Albert Sidney Johnston rode at Shiloh?
Fire Eater.
Nice. All right.
That's ridiculous that I even know that.
Yeah, some of these are going to reveal you guys to be the nerds that you are. Just be
Perfect.
warned. The first U.S. Navy hospital ship was called the Red Rover. Which man formerly enslaved?
Robert Smalls.
No.
No.
Keep going.
Formerly enslaved at
Henry Southall.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Sorry.
I was going for it, you know.
Yeah, you know.
-1.
Gotta put yourself out there.
Is
That's
it, what's the
right.
score?
-1.
1 to 3. You've got one
okay.
legit. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
You've gotten some and lost some.
I'll take it here and there.
Okay. What was the name given to citizens in the North who opposed the war policy?
Copperheads.
Yep. See, you guys were so whiny about you were not going to get
You
any
know,
of
Ron
these
Maxwell
right.
made a
You're
terrible
killing it.
movie called Copperheads.
Ron Maxwell made more than one terrible
Made
movie.
another terrible
Ugh.
movie.
No, I didn't. I can't imagine what a.
It's been on Amazon Prime for years because no
Gross.
one will pay for it.
Well, Amazon does sell a lot of cheap crap, so you know.
Speaking of, are you enjoying your bells?
Oh,
They're from they're from
Cheap crap from
a
Amazon.
brief
That's awesome.
commercial break to talk about how great the bells are.
Cute, right?
Yes.
Okay, which machine gun was invented?
Gatling gun.
You're just faster than I am.
How
Slow and
many?
methodical.
Okay, how many Tennesseans?
Anakin. Patience.
We know that Tennessee was a divided state, very divided during the American Civil War. How many Tennesseans, black and white, fought in the United States Army?
51,000.
Very good.
I'm glad I finally can redeem myself somewhere.
Which U.S. general was known as the Rock of Jim?
George Henry Thomas.
That was a tie. That was a dead tie.
okay.
All right, next tie goes to you, if there is one. Which state was the furthest north to be attacked by Confederate forces?
Vermont.
That's so weird. How do you know this stuff?
St. Albans.
Yeah.
Yes, well done. Okay.
Somebody actually asked about that on a tour the other day.
So why? Why
I don't
are
know.
they attacking St. Albans? What are they trying to get?
Just kind of causing chaos behind the lines, trying to scare northern civilians.
Okay, all right. Which U.S. general chose Robert E. Lee's Arlington to be a cemetery?
Montgomery Meigs.
Very good.
I had to be faster on that one.
How many seconds did it take to load a rifled musket?
20.
Yeah. And how far was its effective range?
I'm not jumping in on that one because I think that's
There's a good argument to be made.
Yeah, it's a bit vague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the answer that you were
the
given?
answer that I read was 1,000-ish
Yeah,
yards.
because they're cited to 1,000 yards,
Okay,
but
all
how
right.
many guys
Well,
were
yeah,
actually
we'll just- yeah,
shooting
okay.
at 1,000 yards? Earl Hess wrote a great book about that. We sell it in the gift shop.
About rifles?
Yeah, the rifle, musket, and Civil War.
yeah.
A whole book.
That
a cool book.
That's probably its range. If it's like the scene in Glory when you're just standing around and nobody's
Yeah.
shooting behind you or you're scared. I think the accurate
You
range
can aim it and actually take time with the
in
scope.
combat was probably no more than 1,500 feet.
Yeah, that's about right.
What was the bloodiest single day battle in the American Civil War?
Antietam.
Yep. All right.
Score, please.
It's high on your side.
3-9.
The underdog.
Sorry.
You're about ready to see the greatest rally come from behind ever.
So it's like a Pirates game.
Yes.
Young Padawan, I'm sorry. You got
Somebody
work to
grab
do.
the rally cap.
Are there?
Let's
How many
go.
more questions remain?
Well, we can stop whenever you. I got
Oh, okay.
pages
All right.
We can
of
stop when he
questions.
beats me handedly and is convinced
set
that
an
he'll be all
official
right.
time
Is there
limit?
like a 10-run rule like we're in Little League?
Oh, that could come soon. I don't know. We should go longer than that. Okay. Who proposed the famous Anaconda Plan?
Oh, come
Winfield
on. That was the same time.
Scott.
That was the same time, friends and
I
neighbors.
don't know. Bella, what do we think? Was that the same time?
Oh no.
She's gonna go back. She's gonna go back on frames per second and see.
No, seriously.
Okay. When in doubt, give it to the boss.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
signs my check.
This is why I'm gonna lose.
Which American soldier disguised herself as a man to fight with the 2nd Michigan and later became the only woman admitted to the Grand Army of the Republic?
You got me.
You got me. Yeah.
Sarah Emma Edmonds.
I've never heard of her.
Her story is told in a book that we sell in the bookstore called Liar, Temptress, Soldier, Spy. I highly recommend it. Would have
Bill.
helped you get that question right.
Bill
but
and his
whatever.
subterfuge.
It's fine, whatever. General John C. Pemberton, of our earlier discussion, surrendered Vicksburg, Mississippi to Ulysses S. Grant on July 4, 1863. How many years passed before Vicksburg once again celebrated?
80 years.
I had 81.
It's
I
like
think that's probably close
It's like
enough.
Price is Right rules.
I think that's close enough. You didn't go over, so there we go. Fine.
100 years.
Which government, Confederate or U.S., instituted the first draft?
Confederate. I had to be faster than him. I have to come
yeah,
back.
You got that. All
This-
right. How many slaves did you have to own to be
20.
exempt? Good.
He's just so much faster than I am.
Okay. During the federal occupation of Nashville, prostitution flourished and sexually transmitted diseases sidelined soldiers for weeks at a time. The Army initially placed the public women on a boat and shipped them northward, but no city would receive them and they were returned. What was Plan B? If you can't ship them off, what's the bet?
Charge more at the brothel.
2 for 1 deal.
Elizabeth is going to be so upset.
2 for 1 Tuesdays. I have no idea.
It was legalized.
Oh.
Prostitution was legalized and licensed.
I didn't
If you
know. I didn't
can't
know.
get
So you
rid
gotta
of
have a
it,
license
you
to-
You gotta be able to inspect and make sure everybody's clean. That's okay.
As
So,
I'm sure they were.
all right.
Good Lord.
Okay, moving right along. During the Battle of Antietam, a brave nurse tended the wounded so close to fighting.
Clara Barton.
Oh, that was.
Yeah.
Hand's still on the.
We'll
on the
give that
ring
one to
here.
the. We'll give that one to the.
There
Bible.
should be a rule that your hand has to be away from the doggone. You can't be pushing it before she even asked the question.
What kind of anesthesia were doctors using during the Civil War?
Chloroform.
He's so quick.
He is very
So quick.
Good reflexes. Okay, who said this? Once let the black man get upon his person.
Frederick Douglass.
Very good.
I think I broke the bell just now. Okay, we're good.
No, it's good.
Little test.
Roughly how many black men served in the U.S. Army and Navy combined?
187,000.
Good.
Didn't know if that was a tie or not.
A new phrase was added to U.S. coins in 1864. What was it?
E pluribus unum? No? Oh, well, there goes that -1.
Score.
High.
Score is Joseph has 7 and Eric has 12.
I
So
can
you don't
still
have the
win
10
this.
run yet. You don't have the 10 run yet.
It can still be won.
I don't know.
feeling-
We're at 14 and a half minutes. Time's
I'm
ticking.
feeling a lot like Lee the second day. Maybe I can still win it.
Want to set a definite
You
time?
you realize that didn't.
That doesn't go well, I know.
None of the days went well.
But the decision is still there.
Okay, so just to be clean, do we want to set a definite time? Do we want to say 20 minutes, 25 minutes?
I think
20,
so.
20 minutes?
20 minutes.
When it
20
hits
minutes.
20, we're done?
I have 6 minutes, 4 minutes to win.
So you
this
need
thing.
to ask one question every minute and a half.
The phrase, by the way, in case you were curious, is "In God We Trust."
Oh,
Which Episcopal bishop, chaplain at the...
that was a tie. But I'll
Go ahead.
Leonidas Polk. Shot in the dark.
No.
Okay.
Wrong, because you jumped in too quick.
Yeah.
Composed the Confederate Soldier's Pocket Manual of Devotions? Charles Contard.
Really?
Who was known as the dictator of Congress? Thaddeus Stevens. Which enslaved man commandeered a Confederate
Robert Smalls.
There you go.
It was
Now
in there.
you
It had to be
did
there at some
yourself.
point.
Yes. By 1864, a Confederate prisoner of war camp in Georgia held
Andersonville.
33,000 men, which made it, here's the interesting thing, the 5th largest city in the Confederacy.
Whoa. I guess it comes to the city. Yeah.
Cool.
cool.
Okay, this is a multiple choice. You ready?
Oh, no.
But you can buzz in early if you know it. According to Shelby Foote,
Oh,
That's always fun.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I like how this has started. Go ahead.
what two things made up the rebel yell? A. Owl's hoot.
A
So you
fox
can-
hunt yip and a banshee squall.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Okay,
you have
but
watched
negative one so that he can do it in his voice, please.
Well, I thought it's easier to do a Virginia accent than Shelby Foote's Mississippi Delta accent.
Yeah, but if you could answer the rest of the questions in your Virginia accent, that'd be awesome.
That's just like being like Foghorn Leghorn. I say, boy.
All right, where was President Jefferson Davis when he received the news that Petersburg had fallen and...
St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Richmond, Virginia, sitting, I believe, in the front pew.
That is
It's still
more
marked.
detail
Well,
than
it
was
was marked.
required,
It's,
but
marked
okay.
on the thing, yeah.
Which was the last Confederate state to secede?
Tennessee.
Very good.
It's weird how that was such an obvious thing, and I had to hesitate.
Favorite one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
You
so
don't have it. Okay.
11 states made up the Confederacy. Why did the first national flag have 13 stars?
It counted the border states.
Which ones?
What?
I'm just waiting for the which ones.
Kentucky and Missouri.
Yeah. Yes, good. All right.
What was that look for?
Just wanted to make sure you had the right answer. I'd hate to see you go in the negative.
No, that'd be bad. What distinguished young tragedian played a one-week engagement in Nashville in February of 1864?
John Wilkes Booth.
Yes.
His brother was also at that show, right? Because it was him and it was like the traveling Booth
They
brothers.
were it was a whole tour. He
Yeah.
was doing a whole glorious tour, but I don't remember if his brother was with him. But he came
Wrote
from
a
a whole
Facebook
family.
post about that.
How many of Booth's co-conspirators were executed for their crimes?
4.
Yes. You don't have to name them, but yes, that's correct.
I mean, I could, but
You could. You wanted just to show off?
no.
Okay. What was the name of the play that the Lincolns were attending when?
My American Cousin.
Yeah. A photo of Holt Collier is often trotted out as proof that there were black Confederates during the Civil War. After the war, Holt became a famous bear hunter and even served as a guide.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Very good. All right, so riffing on that, what popular children's toy resulted from their exploits?
Teddy
Oh
Bear.
my goodness.
Yeah, he's fast. Okay, over an 11-month period, the CSS Alabama captured 69 northern vessels valued at $6,500,000 before she was sunk.
Off the coast of Cherbourg, France.
That's it, bam.
know
Okay,
the end of the question.
Here's a random outside, just to see if you guys are really.
This is really fun.
ridiculous.
And you didn't want to do it.
Okay, so still riffing on that. Which famous French painter depicted the scene?
That I do not know.
Edouard Manet. General Robert E. Lee traveled with an unusual pet.
Monet painted that?
Manet.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, no.
See, I don't know
It
who
was
that
close.
was.
They were a lot alike. Okay, General Robert E. Lee traveled with an unusual pet that was eventually sacrificed without his approval for supper. What was it?
Was it a chicken?
You like the eggs.
I don't know why I knew
I
that.
don't
Of
know.
all the other
Because you're
things.
nervous.
Okay.
What were the two most common substitutes used by Confederate soldiers for coffee?
Chicory. And it's a nut. Pecans?
No.
No.
Acorn. Oh,
Ac-
shoot.
Never mind.
Uh,
Well, we're
sorry.
at 20 minutes.
Okay.
Look at there.
Oh.
Tally.
Last
Gally.
question. Last question. One last question for Old Glory. Winner takes all.
Oh, boy. Okay, you ready? You ready?
Sure, go ahead.
No. Is it winner takes all?
I don't know.
Really? Not really.
Just feeling it.
One last question.
Don't do it. I have the high ground.
Name two Confederate generals who served in the U.S. Army during the Spanish-American War.
Oh, I'm going to get this wrong because Joe Wheeler is certainly one of them, and I'm really going to have to think about who the other one
There
is.
were actually three other ones. You only
Hold
have to give me one of
on,
them.
Joe Wheeler, and I think it's I was going to say McKinley, but it's not because he was never a general. I don't know.
And he's president with him. Fitzhugh Lee, Matthew Butler, and Thomas L. Rosser. Those are the other ones. Oh, do we need to end on a victory though? Yeah, we don't end it. Let's
No,
not
we
end
can't
on the
end
wrong
on a
answer.
defeat. We
Last
do
one.
enough of that around
Which
here.
Confederate general who fought here at Spring Hill and Franklin went on to serve as a mercenary in Egypt?
William Loring.
Very good. All right.
Winner takes all.
So, no.
Ding, ding, ding.
Final tally, Joseph, 11, and the boss, 20.
Applause.
And I was historian of the day yesterday, so it is a 2-day run.
It's a bad week for me. It is a bad week
Woo,
for me.
Jacobson reigns.
Oh, wrong one. No. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Well, fun.
Well, there was
22
that.
minutes of fun.
There we go. That was a game show. Sheila, thank you
You're
for
welcome.
answering the questions.
You're welcome, and thanks to all my colleagues for supplying me
One day I'll be
with
faster on
material.
the bell there.
Pretty quick reflexes.
I think we have to keep one of the bells on the shelf now as like a little memento. Right next to Lincoln.
There
Right
you go.
next
there
to
you
Mr.
go.
Lincoln.
Happy
And his
Mr.
head will
Lincoln.
bobble to every ding. There we go.
Oh, my head hurts. Oh, my head hurts.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in, watching Eric wipe the floor with me. This was fun. It was fun. It's always fun to lose from time to time.
Those are that trip.
It's instructive.
It's like a
It's good
trip
for
down.
character.
It's like a trip down memory lane. It's like
was a
reading
good time.
those Civil War books. 100 facts about the Civil War that most people don't
Right.
know. Of course, it came in handy years later.
Every now and again. The chicken thing. Okay. Anyhow,
All right.
thanks for watching.
Thanks.